Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to all our passionate educators joining us from across India and beyond. I'm Dr. 𝗟𝗲𝘀𝘀, founder of Edvishan. I'm also delighted to share this platform with my esteemed co-founder, Dr. Vikrant Singhal, whose vision and leadership continue to shape Edvishan's journey as a transformative learning movement. It's truly heartwarming to see so many familiar faces and many new ones gathered here this Sunday evening for another Edvishan signature online workshop. Today's session, Lesson Planning the NEP 2020 Way, is one that lies at the heart of effective teaching and meaningful learning. As educators, we often focus on what to teach, but today we will explore how to design learning that truly connects, inspires, and transforms. Because as NEP 2020 beautifully reminds us, education is not the filling of a bucket, but the lighting of a flame. At Edvishan, our mission has always been to create a global community of reflective, future-ready educators, and this platform has become a symbol of collaboration, growth, and shared purpose. Every Sunday for the last 3 years, we come together not just to learn, but to rethink education. We are truly honored to have with us our distinguished facilitator, Dr. 𝗟𝗲𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀, a renowned CBSE resource person and pedagogical expert. Her deep insights into NEP 2020 and curriculum design will surely help us look at lesson planning in a fresh, more creative light. So, dear educators, get ready for an interactive, engaging, and idea-rich session. Keep your notebooks handy, your minds open, and your hearts curious, because today we are going to plan lessons that made learning come alive. Over to you, Dr. Shubha, to take us forward into this exciting journey of reimagining lesson planning the NEP 2020 way. And welcome once again to the Edvishan platform.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ray. Hello, everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
I once again welcome everybody to this lesson planning session, the NEP 2020 way. Today, we will learn how to translate the National Education Policy principles into practical, joyful classroom lesson plans. Okay. Now, if you could unmute yourself, I just want you people to describe NEP 2020 in one word.
Thinking about the holistic development of the children.
Yes, very much. Very good. Holistic development.
Child-centered learning.
Yes, it is child-centric, learner-centric. Yes, then?
Competency-based skill development learning.
I'm getting all the right words there. Thank you. That's right. Competency-based. Then?
Joyful classroom interaction.
That's right, Ms. Mamta. Joyful classroom interaction. Then? Okay, we shall proceed. Let's now see what our NEP 2020 really asks from us teachers. As you all mentioned, learning should be holistic. It should be actually integrated. It should be enjoyable. Learner should enjoy the process of learning. It should be engaging. A student should be engaged in learning. So we had this content-heavy syllabus in the beginning. After the introduction of NEP, we have this competency-based teaching, and we focus more on experiential learning and formative assessment. Could anybody just cite an example for how you have come across your teaching being more effective by experiential learning? I'm sure you have all been already following NEP principles. And then, yes, is it Miss Reena?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Through field
Share
trip,
this.
this experiential learning can be achieved, ma'am.
Sorry.
Making the children
Huh.
visit some places, let them get some experience on their
Okay.
own, so
Okay.
that it will be registered in their mind for a long time.
Okay, fine then. Is there any experience of yours which you can share with us where, experiential learning has been, taken place in your class?
Yes, ma'am. We have taken the children to the STEM park, Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics Park. There the children had witnessed how this PSLV, GSLV,
Okay,
how
okay.
they have been made and what were the functions. So many things they have learned through by doing by themselves.
Okay, that's wonderful. So this is one example. There could be many examples where children either are taken outside or inside the class. They are made to, experience or hands-on experience they get and then learn things more effectively. And then also NEP promotes formative assessments where we focus on differential instructions, where to elicit the concept learned from the students, we not only give the pen and paper test, but there are so many ways of testing, okay, and assessing the child. There are n number of ways to assess the child. We also focus on differential instructions in formative assessment. And then in all this process, the teacher becomes the designer of learning experience. It's not just learning, it is now called the learning experience. We want our children to experience, enjoy the learning process. This is the very intention of NEP being introduced in our country. Now, I just want to share. Is it seen? One second. Yeah. Can you all see?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
now
ma'am.
it's visible.
The next one. The very objective of this workshop is first to understand what NEP's vision is. There we are exploring the pedagogical transformation at the heart of India's new education policy. Then we are going to design a competency-based lesson plan. And then we're going to discuss how we're going to apply that in our classroom scenario and practice it for effective teaching learning process. Okay. How has teaching changed you since you began? It's a self-reflection process. Take a moment to reflect on your journey as an educator, as a teacher. Now, is there any change that you have witnessed? Might be in you, or the way you handle the classroom, or the way your students behave, or their perspectives, or any other practice that you have inculcated or you have developed? Can we have 3 to 4 participants just sharing their experience as to how their shifts have been?
Actually, I have started my career at 2015, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
There it was teacher centered. Whatever the teacher says, the children will obey. But now
Correct.
it is completely changed. We get so many smart ideas from the children,
That's true.
and another usage of technology help us to go nearly connected with them.
Correct. Hmm.
And it is very much regularly we have to relearn and unlearn.
Yes, yes, that is a part of our teaching career now. Unlearn, relearn. Yeah.
Yes,
Then, anyone else? Is there any change in the way you see education? Is there any change that you have welcomed in your teaching process to make the teaching more effective, to make the learning more interesting? You can also share your thoughts in the chat box. Okay. Fine, we'll move on. Now, could someone share what is competency? We are talking so much about competency-based education. What is competency?
The students can use their skills and the knowledge to apply, ma'am.
Yes, the skills that are used. Okay, then. Is there any other word which can describe competency, or are there any words which can describe competency?
The domains.
Okay.
Questions can be asked in a different way, ma'am. It is not the usual way of asking questions.
That's
It may
what
be
differential
picture-based
instruction.
or
Yeah. Yes. Yes. It could be students enacting a skit or composing a poem or drawing something about it. Yes, definitely.
yes, ma'am. Yes.
It's a combination of knowledge and skills, how we applying in ability.
Yes. Yes. With the attitude demonstrated in the context. Very, very good answer. Competency is skill plus knowledge. And then NEP, after NEP being introduced, we focus more on what learners can do than not just what they know. What they know, yeah, they know, they have that knowledge. After that, on that, what they can do is what we are focusing on. So each lesson will have its own learning outcomes now. Okay, we have to have outcomes which can be measurable. Okay, and then we have to plan our lesson in such a way that the lesson process, that teaching learning process will have the complete engagement of the students. Now, I want all my participants. Hello. I'm sure we have and all the teachers here handling very different subjects. I want you to choose a topic that you have taught or you have plans to teach in the class, and then just share it in the chat box. Share the topic and one teaching objective that you expect your students to learn from that. Let me make it myself very clear. Let me make it. I want all the participants to choose the subject, of course, they teach in one topic that they have taught, athwa they have plans to teach. One topic is to be chosen and one objective in that particular topic is to be chosen and typed in the chat box, shared in the chat box. Okay, my topic is verb. When you're teaching verbs in English, just share one learning objective that you expect from your students. English nouns, okay. Students should identify the nouns around them and frame sentences using nouns. Water cycle. Student can recognize the importance of water in day-to-day life. Okay. Okay, when you are teaching verbs, should focus on defining verbs and identifying them in sentences. Good. I was expecting mathematics. Mathematics, multiplication charts, videos, and easy games. Discount. Objective, they have to know to calculate the discounts during shopping by using bills. They can calculate the Diwali shopping, okay? They should also be knowing discount can be expressed in percentage and in actual amount. So they will know how to convert them. Verbs, the objective will be framing sentences. Geography, monsoon wind, objective will be role of wind in weather pattern. Wonderful. Topic, dispersion of white light. To make the students understand the concept of dispersion and how does it occur, the phenomena, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Those who have written with the phone name 𝗟𝗲 F19, could you please share your name?
Yeah, 𝗟𝗲 F19, please share your name. Chitra, Miss. Fine. Fine, circulation over parts of a plant, birds. Okay, now we have got, we have got a few topics and the learning objectives mentioned. I think there was a participant's handout shared with you all in which a sample lesson plan is shared, one in English, one in science, one for grade 4 and one for grade 5. Now, after choosing the topic and writing the learning objective, next we teachers are supposed to have all the 5 E's in our lesson planning. What are those 5 E's? First one is to engage students. To engage students, to grab their attention, we will be talking in the class something that they know, something that they can connect to grab the attention. Then they start relating themselves with that, or they start predicting. Then the class becomes a little engaged, and then students easily are attentive in the class without any noise in the class. Then explore. Second E in NEP is explore. Provide hands-on activity where children observe so many things. They understand things. They record things. It need not happen in one single class. you ask them to have a bowl with mud and then ask them to sow a few seeds, observe germination of seeds, or you just ask them to have a bowl of water, keep it in the window of the classroom, and day by day observe the level of water. Let them observe that it dries day by day. On one fine day, there will be no water. Let them learn. Let them observe evaporation. Let them know. Let them record. So second E is explore. Then comes explain. You felicitate discussion. You now allow students to take part in the discussion sessions. Let them reason it out. Let them come to an inference. Let them have a debate. Let them tell us what evaporation is. Okay? So first, engage. We will be talking something that they know, like drying of clothes, faster in summer, very late in rainy season. Second, explore, where they observe a bowl of water which is kept near the window. Slowly the water level decreases and there will be no water. They explore, they observe, they record. Third one is they explain. Also ask them what are the reasons for, or what are the causes which will affect evaporation. Sometimes temperature also matters. Let them come out with what exactly happens when summer is there, clothes dry faster, and in rainy season, clothes do not. So there will be a lot of explanation by the teacher and the students as well. Then the fourth E is elaborate. So you extend new situations. You expose them to the next level thinking where they apply the prior knowledge. They connect the prior knowledge to the next situation and then they come to an inference like, how can we predict rainy weather? Is it connected with evaporation? This is just an example. I was just talking about drying of clothes in the beginning. Now I have completely changed the topic. I have elaborated to predicting weather. Finally comes the fifth E, which is the evaluation. Whatever children have understood, now it's the time for us to assess. It could be self-assessment. It could be reflection of whatever they have learned. Now you may assess the topic that you have taught, you have discussed in the class through varieties of tools. You may ask them to draw water cycle. You may ask them to explain water cycle. So there are different tools by which you can assess whatever is being taught, learned in the class. So the 5 E's are engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. So with an example, I have explained all the 5 E phases. Now you will have to tell me which E is the most enjoyed in the class by the students. Is it engage, explore, explain, elaborate, or evaluate?
Explore.
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 Explore,
Yes.
ma'am. Explore.
Explore. Yes, yes. Why do you think it is explore? Because they are experiencing
Because
it.
children will It
They
is
will
their
observe every
experience,
child
they will observe.
Correct. Correct.
They themselves will observe the things and they will record whatever the phenomena that was observed or happened, everything, ma'am.
Correct. And I personally feel we being teachers can make all the 5 stages very interesting in the class. Don't you agree with me? We can make
Yes,
all the
ma'am.
5
Yes.
stages very, very interesting. Okay. But students
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
enjoy exploring more because they will be completely involved. They will be doing something, observing something. So involvement makes all the difference there. Very nice. Okay. Did you go through the handout that was given? There were 2 sample lesson plans. Please go through. One for adjectives, one for again water cycle. There is one for mathematics also. Fractions in daily life. Please go through.
Yes, ma'am. Read it.
Now we come to the main part of the workshop. We are going to design a lesson plan. Are you all ready? All set?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you were all expected to be ready with the writing material, right? A piece of paper, a pad, a pen, because we're going to design. We're going to design the lesson plan now according to NEP framework. Yeah. Okay, teachers. Now you're expected to choose a topic that you teach and identify 2 learning outcomes. 2 learning outcomes. I may ask you to, switch on the camera and then come online to show. You may take the help of the handouts that's provided. Choose one topic and 2 learning outcomes. I may randomly pick participants and ask them to show it on screen so that others also get an idea as to how to write the learning outcomes. Let's all share things here. One topic, 2 learning outcomes. Unmute yourself and let me know if you're done with that. Is there anyone ready? One topic that you teach and 2 learning outcomes.
Ready, ma'am?
Yeah, please. Could you share that, Ms. Reena? Yeah. Okay. Read it out, please. Oh, that's wonderful. What's your topic? What's your language? Language, is it language or a core subject? Unmute yourself, Ms. Reena. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Learning outcomes of verb, ma'am.
Okay.
Focusing on defining verbs, identifying them in the sentences, and also distinguishing between the different types such as action verbs, linking verbs, and helping verbs.
Okay, good, good, Reena Devi. Ms. Preeta, are you ready?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Ms. Preeta, could you please read it for us? Ms. Adi Lakshmi is ready. Yes, Ms. Adi Lakshmi. You're not heard, Ms. Lakshmi, you're not heard.
Ma'am, please
Miss-
unmute yourself.
Yeah.
I think she's muted.
Is Miss Aarti ready? I see a raised hand there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
My topic is nouns. The student should identify the nouns in every sentences. They have to write a short story using nouns. And they have to differentiate types of nouns, where they have to use all the types of nouns.
Okay, fine. Then, topic French Revolution. Miss Pallavi Mishra. Topic is French Revolution. What are the learning objectives?
Madam, topic is French Revolution, and the learning outcome is understanding its major events like the end of the absolute monarchy and the declaration of the rights of man, citizen of France.
Okay, okay. Now,
Ma'am, can I? In fractions,
okay.
what is fraction? What are the types of fraction? That fractions where in day-to-day life, how we'll express that one.
Right. Yes. Okay, fine. So these are the learning objectives you have planned for. That's wonderful. Now, you have to design a mini lesson plan where all the 5 E's are included. Engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. Now, I want all my participants to plan the topic that you have chosen for a 40-45 minutes class in such a way that all the 5 E's are focused on. All the 5 E's are touched upon. My family. Miss Preeta says, my family learning objectives are learn about relationships. Yes, family chores, traditions, tools and responsibilities. Good. Yes. Now I want you all to plan your lesson for a 40 or 45 minutes class wherein all the 5 E's are touched upon. Miss Usha Ramesh is ready?
I wanted to say previous chats, ma'am. Then
Tell me.
now I'm on, it's my expected learning outcome for my topic is the skeletal and muscular system.
Okay.
The learners will be able to classify different types of joints, ma'am. Then identify disorders related to joints. And ball and socket joint or hinge joint, sliding joint like that. They know very well. While writing that, they know very well which joint is consistent wrist. That enable them to write. Then students can able to describe the movable and immovable joints in their body while touching and show to the teacher.
It's a beautiful topic. Yeah. Yes,
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now how will you plan your class with all the 5 E's? A 45 minutes class with 5 E's being touched upon.
While show the model of skeleton, the students will be engaged, ma'am, and also show the each and every joint, then ask them to touch and if it is rotate or not and which kind of movement it takes, they can easily to understand while touch and see that.
That is the exploring part of it.
Yes, that is the engagement because I have to make the students to engage while showing the model in the composite lab.
Okay, yes.
And I asked few of them to take some movement and and also I just to make some students to show the lower jaw or upper jaw to move in front of the other pupils. Definitely they know that which one can move and which one cannot move.
Okay.
And then definitely they can explore with the help of the peer group learning.
Okay.
And then I can explain the each and every joints, ma'am.
Okay. With the help of
yes, ma'am. Then I can elaborate and compare and contrast all these joints to the disorders and while playing and different kind of movements to take place in their scenarios in home and also wherever the place they can move.
Correct.
And also, ma'am, I will ask the students to draw their joints and which kind of joints, what shape of the joints to be connected to there, where the joints are meet together and which can make them to rotate. Everything I can assess orally or else to show the video. They can assess them how much they can understand.
Identifying and then, okay, fine. That's wonderful. So all
yes,
the 5 E's are engaged. That's a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
Very well done, Ms. Usha Ramesh.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next. Okay, here lesson plan, letters, learning objectives are learn letter sound, letter recognition, practice letter formation. Yes. Is there anyone who would like to share their lesson plans? If they're done?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
ma'am. Warm up activity first, ma'am. Showing a video of different actions and have the students to act out a verb. Eating, running, walking, like that. A warm up will be done, ma'am.
They enjoy doing this. Yes.
ma'am. Then exposed to different sort of pictures so that they can say what action they were doing through a video or a picture clip displayed in the digital board.
Okay.
And we can introduce be form verb and action verb similarly, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes. And also we can show the pictures and have the students to identify individually.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And then I can write or show some sentences on the video on the board and tell them what verb is used there. Either is it a be form verb or an action verb. That can be done, ma'am. And one student should say the verb. The remaining, the partner should act out so that it can be easily understandable.
So which part of, which E does it involve?
It can be, excuse me.
Yeah, take your time.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Can be explaining.
Ms. 𝗟𝗀𝘀𝘀, yes.
Ma'am, I'm going to tell the topic of fractions chapter, ma'am. Suppose engage, first E is engage, ma'am. Ask the questions to students, like, have you go bakery? They're having so many cakes. Suppose if you want a piece of cake, how can they cut from the whole part? Like that questions I will ask, ma'am. Then after that, I'm going to explain the real life questions I will ask. So if in our daily life we are measuring, calculating many things, so like pizza or cake, I will show the pics, ma'am. Then after that, brief introduction topic I will explain to students, ma'am. So next explore, ma'am. Second step is explore, ma'am. Brief explanation I will give with I will show the cake. Fraction means a part of a whole. I will explain each and everything. And next step 3, explain, ma'am. They can understand with real life examples, ma'am. And then I will ask the questions too regarding the fraction chapter, ma'am. Then after that, I will appreciate by clapping, stars, some incentive words, ma'am. Then elaborate is classwork, what we have given. Suppose if I give the homework, I will assign the homework or classwork I will give, ma'am. Then step 5, evaluate, ma'am. I'm going to suppose TLMs, I will show it to students, ma'am. I'm going to show you some pics. So I will ask the questions to students. Then what is a numerator? They have already learned in the 45 minutes class, no, ma'am. Then I will ask the questions. What did you learn the class? What is a numerator? When we call the numerator or denominator? Then I will ask the questions, ma'am. Then after that, they will give the answer. So I will appreciate the students.
Fine. Good. So usually what we do is we always start the topic of fractions as one pizza being cut, one chapati being torn into smaller pieces. We should also tell them one whole is not one single thing. A class can be one whole, or one whole school can be considered a part. A section in a school is a part of a whole, or a group of 10 students in a classroom is a part of a whole. So let them not get confused with whole is always one. It can be a whole school, it can be a whole class, it can be the whole word, which is not one single thing or one single item. So usually this is what happens, and let's take care. But it was beautifully presented. Thank you, Ms. 𝗟𝗀𝘀𝘀. Now we have Ms. Preeta. Ms. Preeta, can we have it from you? Topic is understanding family roles and responsibilities. How you engage students? What family experiences are they expected to share in the class? Ms. Preeta is there? Okay. Ms. 𝗟𝗲𝘀𝘀𝘀 is there with her lesson plan. She talks about percentage discount, right? Ms. 𝗟𝗲𝘀𝘀𝘀? Ms. Mamata also has unmuted herself.
Yeah. In a classroom, we can tell the children to that prepositions.
Prepositions in English. Okay, good.
In a classroom, they can observe and they can tell where on, in, above, that examples children can give in a classroom. They can act where is the, we can sit on table, in the bag, books are there, and above, they can give the example. Like
Yes.
that, we can give the chance to the children to explain there itself.
Okay. So this is how you engage the students, right?
Yeah.
Then how do you make them explore?
They will explore which example can we give for on, above. They will, in classroom only they will observe and they will give the examples.
Okay. Then explain. How will you explain?
They will show the example. This is on, for on and above. What is the difference? Or like that, they will differentiate in that. In that, they can give the example.
You will tell them the difference between on and above. Yeah. Okay.
They will observe with the examples. They will observe, and they we won't give the explanation. The children itself, they will only explain.
Okay, fine. Then how do you
How,
elaborate?
yeah. We can evaluate those who are participating in active participation, and others will observe. They will also learn in the.
Fine.
Recorded the screen.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Miss Mamta. Do we have Miss Rohini or Miss Shailaja?
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm online.
Miss Shailaja, please proceed. Miss Adi Lakshmi?
Ma'am, shall I share now? Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Ma'am, my topic is to calculate the discounts. So I can start the class to just talk about their shopping, maybe as they completed their Diwali now.
Yes.
So we can ask some questions like that, and we can slowly start with to ask them to collect the bills. It can be anything, which included with some discounts. So each one can carry some bills like that. From using those bills, we can ask them to calculate. Some kids may know because they get come across the topic profit and loss in previous grades itself.
Correct.
So after that, we can explain one more time how to convert the discounts into the perfect numerical values as rupees.
Yes,
and
the
vice
percentage
versa.
into the actual amount. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, actual amount. And during my evaluation process, I can ask the kids to make a budget. For example, if parent is giving 1,000 or 1,200 for them, how they will split into something like as just for an example, for crackers, how much they will spend. So if they are getting 50% discount or 40% discount on which price like that, we can make them into a group. So maybe it's my personal opinion that for this topic, maybe we can evaluate them in the group. So the group can make some budget.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
And how will you elaborate?
During my elaboration process, I can give some questions like as textbook questions, or I can make my own questions with some numbers, and I can change my discount percentages and all.
Okay, fine then. Fine then.
Thank you.
That was wonderfully presented.
Thank you.
Can we have Rohini now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, the topic which I have chosen now is electricity. That is the verification of Ohm's law, one of the 10th standard topics. And we can engage the children by showing them the components, how each and every component works. So we can engage the children in such a way. And to make the children explore, we may ask the student to do the circuit connections as per the instructions given. So let the children connect by themselves as a pair share activity or group activity can be given. And we can explain the topic, how it works, whether it is, voltage and current, whether it is directly proportional to or inversely proportional to. It is actually directly proportional to each other. So that can be shown by taking down the reading in the components by using volt or meter. And we can make the children elaborate the same components. We may dismantle the circuit diagram and the components and all we can dismantle. We can make the children to redo it, whether they could remember what are all the components to be placed in the particular place or not.
Correct.
And we can ask the students to explain that also. In case if they did not get the appropriate result, so where did they go wrong? So we can cross-verify the result by asking the questions to them. Then we can evaluate. We may ask oral questions, maybe 1 mark questions. Worksheets can be given or virtual lab. Sometimes we will not be in the position to show certain components in the laboratory. So we may use OLab or virtual labs, and we can make the student to drag and drop those options. Actually, we are doing that, ma'am. So such type of activity can be given for evaluation process.
Oh, that's very nice, Ms. Rohini. And finally,
Yes.
you come to an inference of V is equal to IR.
Yeah, inference V is equal to IR. That is the final inference of this. So we may conclude, we can instruct the children that we will be getting this result, and we can make the children plot graph based on the values provided in ma'am.
Yes, wonderfully explained. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Next one. So with all these lesson plans that were discussed, we have kept all the 5 E's in mind, plus it's not rote learning. It is the conceptual learning. And then it is not teacher-led, it is learner-driven, because we are talking about engage, where students are given more importance than the teacher giving the content. Then it is not the content, but the competency of the student.
Yes.
So it's not about what is applicable. It's all about what skills can be developed and what abilities can be developed. It is not just pen and paper examination where only their knowledge is checked. It is the formative evaluation that supports the continuous growth, the holistic continuous growth of the child. Now, we teachers are the heart of this NEP. Teachers truly shape the future of our children is so very true. We are the architects of transformation. We're not just delivering the content. We are designing learning experiences. We are making our children so very confident. When I said explore, explain, elaborate, we are allowing the children not only gain the knowledge in that particular subject, also we are making them very confident, bold. We are giving that exposure to children, which will make them, stand very confident after the schooling is done. That is more important because they would have developed holistically. NEP focuses on that. We would have made our children more creative in thinking, more creative in developing ideologies. We would have made them very, very confident to face tomorrow's challenges. So just by engaging, exploring, explaining, elaborating, and evaluating. We think that we are doing a very small thing. No, but we in turn will be doing a great support to their overall development. Is there any other lesson plan that needs to be discussed? Sharing birthday functions, celebrations, holiday trips with family. Okay. French Revolution. Yes, we have one lesson plan from social studies. Ms. Pallavi Mishra, please elaborate on your lesson plan. Because language we have seen, science we have seen, mathematics we have seen. One from social science department, please. French Revolution, how do you engage students, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate? Ms. Pallavi Mishra, could you please elaborate on that? Ms. Pallavi Mishra? Okay. She writes, French Revolution being her topic, how to engage students in the class is by group discussion, and then how to explore is by asking questions, how to explain, they will synthesize their findings and communicate their understanding. How she elaborates is now they will apply their knowledge to new situation, evaluate. We will see their progress throughout the lesson by asking questions. So this is what she has planned, Ms. Pallavi Mishra. Okay. Any other social science teacher? Is there any other social science teacher who has prepared a lesson plan, who has designed a lesson plan with all the 5 E's involved? Okay, fine. One second. Now we have set the outcomes. We will go through the outcomes that we have set and check if they are measurable, if they can be assessed. If the outcome is observable, framing sentences or using fractions in daily life, there were so many objectives set. Can they be demonstrated? Are they practical? Can they be demonstrated through students' action? Is what is to be kept in mind when we are setting the learning outcome.
Yes, ma'am.
Then comes applicable. Is it really connected to real world context?
Yes,
Can they
ma'am.
apply that? Is what is to be kept in mind. Then, is the learning outcome progressive? Is it leading to the next step? So, these are the things kept to that are to be kept in mind when we are setting the objectives. So these will contribute to the elevation of the competency of the student. This shift ensures that every lesson translates into tangible student ability. That is what we are focusing on. Students should be enabled. They should be able. They should be confident. They should be exposed. This is what NEP is focusing on. Learner, learner, learner. We only design and facilitate for their growth. Next. As I said, our objective set should elevate the competency of the child. Let's see how traditional learning objectives transform into competency-based outcomes. Notice the shift from passive knowledge to active demonstration. Probably a few years back, maybe when we were all students, we were all just passive listeners. Whatever my teacher said, I would listen. How much I understood, only I knew. Now it is not so. Probably in those days, those who questioned was a bad student in the class. Now it is not so. It's their right to question. Without questioning, they will not be learning anything. They are encouraged to question in the class. So when we had that, it is just an example that is shared. A few years ago, when the traditional objectives were set, students will know the 4 types of sentences: declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. They just memorize a few examples and then recollect that in the class. But when it comes to competency-based outcome, students will construct and use all 4 sentence types effectively in their own writing to express different purposes. Now we are focusing more on application and creation. Just an example. How only from memorizing and recalling, we have changed to applying it and creating things. You could also give, you could also assess whatever you have taught by asking them to perform a skit to something where all types of sentences are being used. That's what. Now, evaluation also has become very, very interesting because it's not only pen and paper test and examinations. So NEP talks about learning by doing. That's what we spoke when we were talking about engaging and exploring. Now, we integrate not only subjects, core subjects and languages, we also have art, sports, values, and other co-curricular activities involved in teaching. NEP emphasizes on art integration. And now our assessments, as we all spoke about evaluating, are not just for learning that guides growth. Not just, sorry. They are for growth, not just to measure whatever they have learned. How they grow with whatever they have learned is focused more. The 5E model is a powerful student-centered framework that structures experiential learning into 5 interconnected phases. which are engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. Each phase builds on the previous one. They are not independent, they are interdependent, creating a natural progression from curiosity to mastery. So our class is designed in such a way that students in the beginning of the class are very curious to know what the teacher is going to present in the class. With the help of these 5 E's, which have made actually the teaching learning process very interesting, both for the teachers and the students, we can have a very, very effective class, by the end of which students would have mastered some topic. However small it is, they would have mastered, and that is how the class is very effective, because all these 5 are inclusive in nature. No child is left out, because we have designed our lesson plan in such a way that our instructions are in such a way that our evaluating tools are in such a way that no child is left back. Every child, be it academically good or a little slow in learning, is involved, feels good at the end of the day, at the end of the class. If he feels heard, if he feels understood, that's it can do wonders. Students' involvement matters the most. So this inquiry-based model ensures that students are active participants in constructing their own understanding, not passive recipients of information. Information these days, students can get from anywhere. All the information is there in their fingertips. But how we design the lessons, how we plan the class makes all the difference. How we evaluate makes all the difference. So there are no more passive learners just getting the information from the teacher. Now they participate in the class, they involve themselves, they take part in the classroom activities, they learn, they grow, they become confident, they are ready to face any challenge of the world. So our role is very vital in making our children confident and bold. Stop sharing. So let's summarize whatever we have come across, whatever we have learned today. We have taken the first step today by bringing NEP alive in our classroom scenarios. Lesson planning is now not just about covering the content, but it's about uncovering the learning process. Then NEP 2020 empowers all the teachers to design joyful and competency-driven learning. So with one quote of Albert Einstein, I shall end the session, but later on we will have any questions. I am open to all questions that you have. Teaching is the art of awakening joy in creative expressions of knowledge. I repeat, teaching is the art of awakening joy in creative expression of knowledge. This is a quote by Albert Einstein. With this, we have come to an end of this session, wherein the focus of NEP on 5 E's in framing the lesson plan for a 40-45 minutes class, keeping the learner's competency in mind. Now, I'm open to questions. If you have any queries, please do ask.
You can share your experiences or feedbacks also.
I'm sure as teachers, we would have had wonderful experiences, very unique ones, when unknowingly, before NEP told it very formally, we would have applied all this and we would have got wonderful results. You can please share such wonderful experiences with us. As teachers, I'm sure we will have many such wow moments in our teaching experience. Please do share that with us. So I was teaching language, and I'll share mine. And then it was all about Patralekhan. I had got some cards, and then the address was of my residence. Children had written, some content was there written by the children. I had asked them to post it in the post box. Of course, all the letters came to my residence. I collected them and handed over to them and then asked them, what's the difference between you? What's the difference now? Before you posted, what was not there? Now what is there? They found and then found, they said, ma'am, there's a stamp now. We can see some seal there. Then I asked them, how did it reach my residence when you posted it in a different area? So they were very curious. This is how I started my class. And then there was so much of engagement in that, exploring there. Then I explained, elaborated, and then evaluation automatically happened. This session was engaging. Any such experience? Yes, Miss Reena.
They need only the triggering momentum, ma'am. If we trigger them, definitely they'll be coming up with so many ideas. We learn from them a lot.
That's so true, Miss Reena. It's not that we are there to teach. We learn a lot. I don't know how many times I have learned life lessons from my students. We think that they don't know, they don't understand is a very big mistake that we commit. As you said, we need to trigger and they come out with so many creative ideas. This is what we need to tap and encourage them. That is what is competency all about. We need to push them, boost them, and yeah. Any other experience? I'm sure many teachers would have conducted this experiential learning, this experiment. No more experiences to be shared?
If anyone else has prepared a lesson plan, you can share that too for your particular topic.
Okay. Is that all? I think, Dr. Ray, I think this is it.
Yes, in that case, we will conclude today's session. And ma'am has shared the PPT with me. I will share in the group. Also, already the note has been given, shared in the group. I will reshare for those who have joined later. And the feedback form also will be shared in the WhatsApp group. And by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you all will receive the certificate also from Edvishan. And thank you, ma'am, for devoting your time and conducting today's session. And thank you all for joining us today. And next week again, we will be coming up with another session with another topic. So till then, it's good night from Edvishan. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your time, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a great week ahead.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shubha ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.